Who here exercises? I hope to see everyone's hand because you should be. What is the first thing that we are told right before we do something really strenuous with our exercising?
Warm up.
Stretching.
Warm up. Stretch. Exactly. We should stretch our body, stretch our muscles. The reason being so that we don't hurt ourselves. Well, fellow Toastmasters and guests, I'd like to discuss another type of stretching. Stretching our minds. What do I mean by stretching our minds? I mean being more open to new ideas, exploring new places, new foods, new people. And why is this good? Because just like with exercise, it makes our body stronger. Stretching our minds can make us stronger in who we are. Have you ever been on an airplane and sat next to a person who starts yammering on about something really inane and weird and kind of out there, and you sort of tune them out? My solution for that is usually to either put headphones in or pretend like I'm falling asleep. Not exactly a way to stretch myself. A better way would be to actually listen. About 3 years ago, my older daughter Zoe and I started being invited to conferences all over the country to give presentations. And we've done that quite successfully and enjoyed it. However, I've never been 100% satisfied with my talks. I've been fairly happy, but never 100% satisfied. Zoe, on the other hand, has given phenomenal talks, and she hasn't even been okay with her talks. She has thought that they have lots of room for improvement. So when we saw an advertisement for this Toastmasters Club having an open house, Zoe immediately said to me, "We have to go. You know it's my goal that in 2012 I become a really good presenter." I said, "Yes, but I don't really want to go. We're kind of busy." And she said, "But it's an open house, one-time commitment. We hate it, we don't go again." I said, "Yes, but I don't want to go." And she said, "Really, please, the calendar is empty." I said, "You're right. Let's go." So we came, with her leading the way, me following behind, and you know what? That stretching of myself has changed my life. I have learned more things about giving good presentations since January because of this group than I ever could have on my own. And I am so thankful to that. And in fact, I've now started listening to a wide variety of people speak about subjects that I don't even care about, just to see how they present and why are they successful and why are people enamored to listen to them. And it's been fabulous. I was invited to go to a conference this past weekend to listen, and I went, and I got the opportunity to listen to over 12 people who speak to millions of people every year. And I sat there just amazed at the things that they did that Toastmaster teaches. It was amazing. And one of the presenters is an author who I have admired for years. After her talk, I had the opportunity to get in line and actually shake her hand, get my picture taken with her, and actually talk one-on-one. It was very fulfilling. When I was standing there in line, though, I started getting nervous. I'm going, well, there's a long line. What am I going to say to her, who I admire? And that reminded me of this time many years ago when my children were really small. And my husband and I were going out for the first time without our kids, and we had a babysitter. We had tickets to a They Might Be Giants concert, and I love that band. So I stretched myself by even just getting in the car for the very first time without my kids. After having them, it was a big deal. And so we took those tickets and we walked up to the ticket counter and we, sat them down. And the lady says, "Oh, oh, you are in for a real treat. Because tonight, They Might Be Giants is going to be playing 2 hours later than what is on your ticket. And you're going to hear local bands for 2 hours. I said, but I have a babysitter for 2 hours. This won't work. Back and forth we went. I turned in the tickets, got my money back, and we started walking. I was so disappointed. We started walking to our car, and the building behind the concert hall, I saw a sliver of light coming out of a door. And I noticed there's 2 guys sitting there in that sliver talking, and my husband and I kept walking toward our car. And then I saw their faces a little more, and I grabbed my husband's arm, and I said, is that? And then I heard them talking, and I said, it is! It's John and John of They Might Be Giants. They're right there. We could go and talk to them. We might not hear them, but we could talk to them. He says, you better believe we're going to. And he drugged me and said, we're going to get autographs. And I said, yes, you better believe we are. And we got about 5 feet away, and I immediately yanked him back, and I said, they're going to think I'm some weird stalker lady. I'm not going to just barge in there. And he said, but you want to see them and get their autograph. And I said, I know, but I don't know. I can't do it. And then the door closed. Right when I was having a conniption fit. I lost my opportunity to stretch myself. And I didn't lose it with the author. And so while physical stretching can hurt sometimes, so can mental stretching. But just like with the physical, it takes us to the exercise that makes us a stronger body. It's really important for us to stretch ourselves mentally and emotionally so that we have stronger selves. And I encourage all of you to go out there and stretch yourselves. Thank you.